Hello? Yep, I think that's good. All right, we're starting a little bit early. Hey there. How's it going? All right, now we're starting a little bit early. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh god, I'm like nervous that this is not working. I have not live streamed before, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Okay, I have a computer there, but I'm gonna keep it muted so that you're not double hearing. But hey guys, I'm quite nervous, but I'm just telling myself it's like I'm recording a video. So I'm recording a video and just it's kind of like someone's there, but kind of not. But I'm just telling myself for the sake of my anxieties, it's like I'm recording a video. So how's everybody doing? I don't know. I'm not expecting people to jump in here per se, honestly. Which I'm low key kind of okay with because I'm quite nervous, but that's okay. But anyways, yeah, from the title of this live stream, you probably can tell we're just doing landscaping. So this is the build that we did on Monday. It's our English manor, and it's going to be a old manor house that got converted into a bed and breakfast. That wall is not painted. Wow, good job. Let's fix that, shall we? Before we continue on. But yeah, I'm really excited. So next video is going to be Friday's video. We're going to be starting on furnishing the interior. Oh my goodness, that one's not painted either. I swear, you guys, I lose my mind whenever I'm recording. Hello? Oh wait, is that supposed to be like that? Yeah. Cool. Okay. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing some landscaping, kind of just hanging out, and yeah. So if anybody feels like jumping in and hanging out and chatting with me, I do have my computer open, so I'll be able to see what you guys say something. But if no one hops in either, that's fine. I'm cool, just hanging out. It's all good. It's my first live stream, so I'm not expecting much, and that's okay. And everyone has to start off somewhere, and live streaming can be, from what I understand, is quite difficult, and it is very much different than just recording videos. People are less likely to jump in, and that's fine. But I just wanted to try this. If I like it, maybe I'll do more live streams. If you guys like it, I'll do more live streams. I'm looking for the tree. But I was trying to pick a time that I thought would be okay-ish, because it is a Wednesday. It's like the middle of the day on a Wednesday. Most people are working and stuff. So again, yeah, I'm not expecting everybody to be jumping in, but that's fine. It is all good. Again, low key, I'm nervous, so I'm kind of okay with people not jumping in. So it's just like I can be just streaming to myself, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna piss this bush. I was looking for the tree, but I found the bush first. But actually, no, I don't know if I want to use it. We'll put that there. But there was a tree I wanted, and I feel like I've scrolled past it like 5 times. Let's see, where's that tree? Not that one. No, not that one. That one's very large. Was it you? You're kind of cute. You can stay there for now. Is it this one? No, my goodness, that's large. Oh, it's this one. Okay. We're gonna use this tree twice, but don't want you. I want 2 of these guys, please. We're gonna zoom over here. I'm gonna place this over here. We're gonna focus on that little horse field first, though, I promise. So I'm not going back and forth, but yeah, we're gonna be doing landscaping and some terrain painting. So yay. I don't know, not always the most interesting. I enjoy it. I find it to be quite meditative. Normally when I'm doing my terrain painting and stuff, I will like listen to a podcast. Obviously I cannot do that because I am live streaming, and I don't want to get in trouble with copyright and stuff. So let's not do that. But I'm gonna place these little ferny dudes around here, and then there's also like the flower bushes, these guys. We're gonna have to go up for these guys though. I love these. These are so stinking cute. So we're gonna place like that one there. And I'm making sure it's not eating into that wall too much, but I just want to help fill in this field a little bit more. Actually, no, I like that orientation better. Right about there. I think that works. Cool beans. All right, and then we can go back to terrain painting. I'm just gonna paint underneath that tree. just so it's not all naked and empty looking. Let's zoom in, shall we? I'm just gonna, well, I need this to be able to see the tree, but I'm gonna do this lightly with this dirt one, just here a little bit. And then I'm gonna use this one. It's the scratchy in patches, and I'm just gonna go underneath. We'll do a little bit lighter. Just because like the sunlight wouldn't be able to hit because of the tree, so this helps with that. A little bit underneath here, a little more. I did put on the Sims music, so if someone does hop in here, you're gonna have to let me know. I did do like a couple test lives to check the volume for like when you're doing, oh goodness, what's the terrain tools and stuff. When you're using the terrain tool, there's like a sound, the sound. I turned that down, and then I wanted to have music just in case I do like stop talking. It's not just awkward silence. So I did leave that on, but hopefully it is not at an obnoxious volume. All right, so I do want to put, because this is like a horse field, so obviously when the horses are running around, that is going to tear up some of the grass. So I do want to add some dirt, but I think I'm deciding if I want to do barrels or jumping, because I feel like there kind of isn't room for jumping. Well, there is technically room. Barely. We could just barely squeeze this guy in, or we could do barrels. I don't know. We'll do the barrels. I think we'll do the barrels. I just want to give them something to do. But maybe the horses just kind of chill. But I will give them a little ball because I think that's fun. We need our horses to have something to do. I'm gonna center this a little bit more here. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna use the terrain tool and we'll paint around the barrels just so it looks like they, as they're going around and running, they can tear up the grass and stuff. So I'm just gonna do like a figure 8. Well, first I'm gonna click on this a couple times. And maybe we'll do a little bit of the darker one. Yeah, that's better. All right, so I'm gonna do figure 8. Let's see if I can do this. This normally takes a couple times. Let's go wee. Like that? Okay, maybe. We'll see. This might take a couple of attempts. I'm just gonna darken that up a little bit just by clicking on this a little bit. That looks okay. Yeah, that works. And then I'm just gonna just a light dusting of torn up dirt, just so that the field doesn't look quite so clean and undisturbed. Does that make sense? Maybe. But okay, I think that is good. Yes. I don't know. Maybe I'll redo this later, but we're gonna skedaddle on. Okay. I don't know if I want to use that bush. Maybe we'll look for a different one. But we're gonna go back to the live edit objects. Hopefully, if I have to retype the cheat, then I guess we'll have to do that. But is it on? Yes, it is. I know if I scroll down and the rocks are there, then I know it's on. All right, I'm trying to think. I like this bush. That could work. There's a bush that I'm thinking of, and now I'm thinking I don't think it's from cottage living. Let's do the fencing actually first, because I just saw these and I remembered I wanted to use these. So we're gonna do that. Ooh, yes, that looks nice. Little extra texture to because obviously, yeah, they wouldn't be able to clean up underneath the fences. So this looks quite nice. What does this do? It's another little patch of flowers. I don't think we need that, but that's nice to know. All right, Mr. Bush, you're gonna have to move, my friend, so I can see what I'm doing. We'll place another one of you here. Ooh, I think there also was like these little mushrooms. Maybe we'll place some of those if I can find them. It's like, yes, you. Do we want to put some mushrooms? Mushy friend? Yeah, why not? Mushrooms are cute. Okay, we're moving along the fence line. Sorry, I don't mean to cut through the wall, I mean. Okay, That is fine. Well, let me grab the mushroom. That's the one thing and that's annoying about the debug item is like, or the debug menu is all the scrolling you have to do. Yeah, I envy the people that play on PC because they can just, there's like the mod tool where you can like search things up even if it is mod. Albeit lots of these items are just called like unknown, so I don't understand how that works, but maybe the people that created that mod, maybe they went through and named the items. I'm not sure because I've never used it. But anyways, we are going to place more of these guys. Place that one right about there. I'm trying not to be too same with it, but you know, obviously I want to make it look somewhat consistent, if that made sense. I think that looks fine. Yeah, we'll place mushrooms over there, maybe right under there in the corner. How does that look? Yeah, I think that'll work. Hello. Hello. Hi, person. How are you? This is my mother for the other people that may or not watch this. Hi, mother. We're building, well, not building, we're landscaping. So, yes. Okay. Hi, stranger. You're not a stranger. Sorry, I don't know why I was like, let me not say it. I was like, no, this is my mother. Hi, mother. Okay, I think the bush I wanted for over here is from Get Together. It's funny that you're watching this because I know you don't play Sims, so you have no idea what's going on. Well, you know something. You've watched some of my videos, but yeah, we're just building. I don't know. It's not complicated. You guys do a lot of gardening, so you kind of understand this process, I suppose. Where's the bush? Is it this one? Yes. Yes? Maybe. I think I want to put this here. Is it up against the wall though? You do? Yay! Awesome. Do you do more playing or building? Do you have any packs? I want to know. That's very fun. Yay. If you have builds, I want to see them. Send them to me. Okay, I'm thinking, I just want to push over there. Oh, we can do over here. Why not? I'm gonna grab this guy, put over here. I have not started yet. Okay. Well, that's still exciting. Yay. I'm gonna get everybody to play Sims. Okay, I want to go back to the cottage living stuff because I remember I did plan out some of the landscaping and stuff. So I'm not entirely unsure of what I want to do. I do have a plan sometimes, occasionally. I want some ivy on here. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, I want it to look very kind of old and overgrown. So that is the vibe. Very much like Mr. Darcy could come walking down the hill or something. You know, the English countryside sort of vibes a little bit. But yeah, I'm really excited to start on the entry, or not the entry, the inside, the interior. That's the word I was looking for. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I already did some planning, and it's very exciting. I'm very excited to try it. I'm gonna put some of this ivy up against the our little, what's the word, stables too. But I'm gonna move you up, pretty please. I may actually have to move you over. Yes, that's better. Scoot. Right there. We are going to put like more bushes and stuff. Because yeah, as I said earlier, I want this to look quite overgrown, so we're going to be doing that, of course. So right now we're just kind of placing things randomly. That is how I call it the chaos gardening. I'm just placing randomness in random places, and either it will look good or it will not look good. And we can adjust it accordingly, so don't judge it yet. But Those are kind of cute. What are those? Poppies? I think they're poppies. But I like these little bushes. They're very cute. Ooh, the purple. I like purple. Purple's a pretty color. We'll place some of these in random places. That'll be fun. Oh, yes, I like those colors together. Yes. Uh-oh. Is today a y'all spit day? Maybe. It might be a y'all's day. I don't even know if anyone actually watched enough of that video. There was like one video where I kept saying y'all's and I tried to make a joke about it in the video. But, because I thought it was funny. Sometimes I'll forget that I said something in a video and I'll go back and edit it and I'm just like, was there a gas leak while I was filming? And sometimes I leave it in the video, sometimes I don't. I'm trying to get better about that just because, I don't know. Sometimes being, I don't know, I don't care about being silly. If someone thinks I'm silly and weird, they don't have to watch my videos, that's fine. But if someone thinks I'm funny and wants to watch, then yay, that's awesome. All right, I want to help fill this in a little bit more. I'm gonna put like that guy there, I think. We need something taller in the back, I think. I don't know if I want to put more ivy. Let me think. I don't know. We'll definitely need some more light. Oh, are these more mushrooms? Are those mushrooms or flowers? Those are flowers, but they're still very pretty, so we'll put them in. What about that orientation? Yeah, that works. And then we'll do more of the purple flowers here, I think, maybe. I just want to help fill this in a little bit. But, okay, that's obviously going to cut in, so I have to make sure it's not cutting in. I also need to check that ivy. Okay, that ivy is not even touching the wall. So we'll have to zhuzh that guy in, but the other one, it's not cutting through, so that's good. So we're going to have to try and scoot this dude in a little bit more, pretty please, while making sure it's not going to cut actually into the wall. That's a little bit closer, but I'm scared if I move it in more, it's going to cut in. That is one problem. I love the ivy, but it's a pain in the butt when you're trying to have it not cut into the wall. Did that work? Okay, it's cutting a little bit to the window, but I think I can ignore that because it's quite flush to the wall. Okie dokie, that works fine. Yay. Okay, we just need something taller there. We could use like this guy again. No, I don't like that one. Oh, why don't we do, there was like this little tree. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, I like that one. We can do that one. I think that worked. Yes, yes. Okay, I think that worked. That fixed it. That fixed it. Where are we going? Yes. All right, I want you out a little bit more. And I'm gonna adjust the terrain paint a little bit, but I think that looks good. I wanted it to look nice and overgrown, so that is the objective here. I'm just gonna adjust this dirt just a little bit. I'm just bring it out just a tiny bit more. There we go. And we also gotta cover it here as well. Let me turn up the softness here. So we're actually doing something, why don't we? That's better. Yay, okay, that looks good. Since we're here, we can just put, there's just a couple things that I want to put here. Nothing too crazy. I just figured this could be like a little vegetable garden. Nothing too crazy. We're just gonna put like 2 planters, maybe like a little stool or a bench or something. So if they want to take a break, they can. I just thought that'd be nice because this is going to be our kitchen. It's quite a big kitchen, but that way there's like a doorway that's going to be here, so that way if they want to come out here and grab something from the garden for food, they can do so. And yay. All right, so those are garden beds. I'm trying to remember what else I wanted to put here. Why don't we do, I have like wisteria and some ivy that I also want to throw up on the house itself. So we could go ahead and do that. Sure, why not? We'll do that. So I got to go back to here and hopefully the live edit's still on. Yes. I don't know why. Sometimes it'll shut off, so that's why I keep mentioning checking it. Ooh, I like you. Oh, but it doesn't have like vegetables. Okay, we'll put it here for now. I'm not sure. I also want to place like any sort of decorations and whatnot. I don't know necessarily how long I'm going to be on here, because I do eventually have to go and make dinner. My husband is home and he's sitting quietly in the office, and I need to feed him. I have to pay him for his silence and quietness. We're gonna have tacos. It's gonna be delicious. All right. There's those. That wisteria, but that's like the in-game wisteria. I'm thinking about the other one. There's like this taller one, so I have to find that. Let's see. Scrolly, scrolly. And the wisteria is quite tricky because it definitely likes eat into the wall, and it's very annoying. This one's a nice corner piece, so I'm gonna have to go up so I can see what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna place this and we're gonna hope and pray that it cooperates. Because I can already see that little bit there probably is gonna eat into it. We're gonna try and get as close as we can without it hitting. Yeah, did that work? Maybe, maybe. All right, a little bit there. Okay, we're gonna scoot it out just a smidgen. That wasn't bad though. I'm gonna scoot you out, please, just a little tiny bit, just a little tiny bit. Right there? All right. Yes? Ah, okay, we did it. We did it, guys. The wisteria is on the wall. All right, but how does this look from a distance? It's kind of, okay. Can I ignore that? Can I? Maybe. I don't know. All right, this is the problem. Is we have to choose our struggle, because if I go like that, will it eat into the wall? What's gonna bother me more? Eating into the wall, or yeah, eating into the wall is gonna bother me more. All right, we're gonna have floating wisteria, guys. Just a little bit. We're gonna try and make it not float as much as possible, but it is gonna have to float just a little tiny bit. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna pull it out a little bit more. Maybe right there. Will you? Oops. Right there? Maybe? Maybe? All right, yeah, we're gonna have to stick with that. Okay, moving on. I definitely want to have it climb over, because this is all going to be our very pretty gardens. So I'm very excited to do those. We'll do those in a bit, but I just want to we'll focus on wisteria and ivy on the main house first. So why are you not wanting to cooperate with me, friend? Can you please? Hello? I can't exactly see who the people are. I don't know how to make it do that, so hi, friend. If you make yourself known. All right, okay, why are you being silly? Can you cooperate, please? Meh. There. Yes? No. Okay. Oh, this one's also pretty. All right, we'll put this one on this wall. I don't know. Apparently, like wisteria and stuff is actually quite difficult. It's actually bad for your masonry on your house. So it's like it looks very pretty, but it apparently, especially if you have like brick and stuff, it can deteriorate your house over time, which is very sad. I don't know why I felt like sharing that, but yeah, wisteria effect, haha. Or more ivy, because I remember I was watching, oh goodness, I forget the exact channel name, but on YouTube, I believe she's called the American Viscountess, but she goes around and she tours English manors and estates and talks about like the history and stuff and how they're trying to maintain the household. It's very interesting. I like her channel, so if you ever are into learning about historic houses and stuff, I highly recommend. But yeah, she was talking about how a lot of these houses, they have to rip off the ivy and stuff every once in a while, to help protect the brick and stone underneath. I'm sorry, I'm looking for the other wisteria because I don't want this one. All right, we need the longer piece, but I'm just gonna go through to the wall sculptures and use this one because for whatever reason the live edit one's fighting me. Because like, what are you doing? Hello? Listen here. Oops. You're being mean. Oops. All right, so yeah, I want this to go across, just like that. Go up a little bit, and then we will go, maybe, okay, I want to have like these little, I forget the word for it. You put them in gardens and you trellis? I think it's called trellis. Like you can put like roses and people always use them for like grapevines. Maybe you can use them for wisteria. That's the idea at least. That's what we're thinking. So I want to put those in, and then there's also statues that are from the Romantic Garden pack, I believe. And I want to put those in too. And I think it'll look very pretty. All right, so I'm gonna add more wisteria climbing up this way. I don't know if I want to do that same corner piece though, so we're gonna stick to just using this one, I think. Right about there. I have to be careful because I don't want to put too much. And then I think we're gonna switch to ivy over here. So let's grab some of this ivy. I know I definitely want to cover this wall quite a bit. I have to make sure that it doesn't eat into that wall too much, but we're gonna fix this up later to make it look nicer. But yeah, and there's also I'm gonna be placing like large bushes and stuff, so it'll help cover the exposed bottom part, so it'll look better. But we can go back to this area, and we're gonna grab like the corner pieces and stuff because these help it look a lot nicer. Alright, so I'm gonna rotate you and place it right about here. Well, I have to go like this so I can see what I'm doing better. We'll do right about there, maybe. And same as the wisteria, we have to make sure it's not gonna eat into that wall. Yep, okay, it looks fine. But is it, I can ignore that. That looks fine. Cool. Yay. All right, this, I also want to have it go up this wall as well. I'm gonna try and see if I can stack this up because I want this one to go up a bit taller. Okay, is it not clicking? There you go. Thank you very much. So we're gonna do the same on this one. But yeah, I normally, whenever I'm doing landscaping, I like to listen to podcasts and stuff, so it's a bit sad I can't do it now because I would get in trouble. Copyright's not getting me, not today. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, not that one though. This one's very obviously floating too much. Down, please. Yes, maybe. You're gonna be silly, aren't you? A little bit. I think that works. Yes? Yes. All right, this one I'm gonna pop it up a little bit because yeah, again, we're gonna have we are gonna add the bushes and stuff that's gonna help cover that up. So yep, when in doubt, just cover it up. It's just how you have to be with the sim sometimes. All right, so that is good. I'm gonna go back to these ones because yeah, I just want like the straighter pieces, and for whatever reason, these ones are working better than the other one. No, that's also not gonna work. No. All right. Let me grab the other bush. Is there another one there? I'm trying to think of what I can use to cover that. I don't want to use this one would be awesome, but the colors are too different. Can I ignore that? No, it's gonna bother me. I know it is. All right, no, that's not much better either. I could ignore that if we squint at it. Maybe I can ignore that. No, or no, we're gonna leave it. Okay. Let's grab the bush then. Let's see. I wanted these circle ones. We're going for kind of a mix of nicely manicured and then like not. So that's kind of what I want. So, oh, I want to use, I forget which one I wanted actually. Let's see. I want to use these guys. And they're little like clovers, I think. Hedera can. No, I'm not going to try and say that word. We're not going to be able to say it. So if you know how to say that word, congratulations to you. I cannot. I'm going to use these guys. I think the little clovers are very cute. So we're going to be placing these in like the all along here in the little garden beds, and then there's going to be, I'm using a lot of the flowers that come with the romantic garden pack, which is very exciting because I haven't really used them before, but I quite liked them in this build, so yay. But yeah, first we're going to go ahead and place these down. We're gonna make them a bit bigger just so I don't have to place quite as many. And yeah, I'm gonna be using the curved ones on our corners. Don't fill out, please. There we go. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, just like that. And I think this will be very pretty, and it'll help give a little bit of privacy to, this is gonna be a little conservatory, I believe it's called, or like a sunroom, because I did debate if I wanted to do a glass ceiling, but I decided against it. I didn't quite like how it looked, but if you download this build when I am done with it, which it will be on the gallery, not for another little while, and you want to do a glass ceiling, you are more than welcome to do so. I always put my builder ID in the description of my videos, so if there's ever a video you see and you're like, ooh, I like that build, I want it, you can have it. And yeah, once you download it, you can do whatever you want with it. I did think about maybe putting up some shelves, which is where I just build the exterior and maybe do the gardening, and then leave the entire completely empty for anyone that doesn't know what a shell is. So if you'd be interested in me doing some of those, I would be more than happy to do that. Because, I don't know, sometimes I wouldn't say I dislike doing the interior, but I definitely love doing the exterior of builds. I love gardening. I just, it's very enjoyable for me. I don't know. I think bathrooms. I think honestly bathrooms are the thing that I dislike the most. I find them to be very basic and boring to do sometimes. That is something I want to work on. I have been trying to do, like, I like to challenge myself sometimes, and I'll go online and find blueprints of like rooms, not blueprints, but like examples of like different rooms, like bathrooms. And I have like very interesting layouts, and I'll see if I can recreate them. That's like a really nice way that I can try and practice. And, you know, building is kind of like a muscle. You have to practice things to be good at it. But yeah, I am trying to get better about bathrooms and putting in more effort into furnishing. So, yay. Hopefully I can improve and make better builds for you guys to enjoy. All right. Ooh, I like the purple, but I want something that matches the pink. So I think this will work, but I'm not sure. We are going to see. No, that does not match. Good job, Lexi. Maybe this one will match? Maybe. Maybe. Negative. No, it does not. I know I definitely want to use this one. I'm going to use that as like a big rose bush, so I'm keeping that out just because I have it out. Oh, darn it. I'm trying to remember which flower I used that matches that one. Does that match? No. Yes? No. Maybe? No, it does not. Oh, is it the daisies? Did I use the daisies? Okay, I think we're gonna stick with the daisies, and I'm just gonna size it up. I just want to help to cover up the base of these guys because I kind of placed them a little funky. So we're gonna place these in a couple different spots just to help fill in this little area that we have going on here. So I'm gonna rotate you though. We'll put one right here. I'm gonna I have to make sure it's not gonna hit into that wall, so we're gonna go from the top. I'm gonna do it like that, and then I think I'm gonna place one more right there, just to help fill this in a little bit, because I want it to look nice and lush, but not too much of the same flower. I think that'll work. And then I'm gonna do some probably some white bushes around there. I think I want to use these guys, but in white. Just along here, and I think we need one more something tall there. So maybe now we'll go for the, I cannot say that plant name. I'm not even gonna try. Nope. Okay, we're gonna use this guy here. I think just to give a little more height. So I'm gonna move you out and we're gonna move you in. That's so pretty. What do you guys think? Should we do a little purple moment? Or we could do that and add a little bit more pink. What do you guys think? Purple or pink? I think I kind of like the purple. Or we can stick to pink. All right, we're gonna stick to the pink for right now. We can always come back and change it later. That is a-okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna place a couple of these guys just along here, kind of tucked underneath. Do I want to do these guys? I use these a lot. No, I don't think so. Not this time. Maybe elsewhere, but I just want to kind of use this to edge underneath a little bit. And just add a little bit variety because we got a lot of pink going on. Maybe I need to put another bush there. Hello. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna grab this white. Oopsie daisy, wrong bush. Can I get the white one, please? Thank you very much. All right, we'll place one more pink one there. I'll make sure that's not cutting into the wall. That's looking a little close. No, it's not. Okay. Cool beans. All right, so then we just need to place maybe like 3 more of these guys. Oh, that's purple. I don't think this will be good. And this is kind of the vibe I'm going for the rest of our gardens. Should we place one more there? I don't know. Okay, I think that works fine. All right. And I'm also gonna be placing, okay, no, I think we need to go over here too. Just a little bit. Because I'm gonna continue this on over to here. So I'm gonna grab more of the circle bush. I'm just gonna pop over here and grab it. And I'm gonna size this down though, so it's not too big. And I think we'll place maybe 3 or 4 of these guys, just along this way. And then we'll place like flowers behind, or in between, excuse me. And yeah, this will help with the sort of like maintained but not, kind of like I'm trying to think what's the, I don't know, chaos gardening. I just call it chaos gardening, honestly. I like landscaping. It's very nice and fun to do, but sometimes I can be quite lazy with it. So I just end up placing a bunch of flowers just randomly. But, you know, sometimes that is what ends up looking the best. Sometimes things look better when you don't put too much effort into it. But, yeah. Okay. We're going to continue, I think, placing the white flowers around here. Maybe. We'll see how this looks. This will either stray or it won't. No, okay. I'm kind of not vibing with that. That's kind of not working. That's okay. Let's maybe, ooh, these would be pretty. Yeah, we can do some of these, but I'm gonna change the color of them. So let's try placing some of these in some random spots, maybe. And we'll also change the color of these to make it a little more interesting. I think we'll drag in some purple and some blues in here as well. Maybe. That has some pink, which helps tie in this. That also has a little bit of pink, but it's kind of not quite the right pink. This could work. Okay, we're gonna continue with this, maybe. Ooh, these are pretty. All right, we'll place some of these guys around here too. How do you look sized up? Yeah, okay, I think this helps. Drag it, hone it in a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna look up my reference picture just to see how I did this originally, because I think that'll help. Okay, all right, I got my picture. All right, yeah, I think we are gonna put just a couple of these in a couple little spots. So I think that corner there would look nice. Maybe a little bit right here. Just sticking out just a bit, just because we have a lot of the white flowers there. So I want to continue it on, but not make to have too many. You know, there's a happy middle that we're trying to reach here. But I think this works. Passion's Kiss. That sounds pretty. Yeah, that looks pretty. We'll put you here. And then I think we'll put in some more of the white bushes here as well. Just to help tie in the area over there that we did. All right, that looks quite nice. And to finish off this little area, I think I want to put one of these tall guys right there. And then we're also going to put one here. And I think that'll look really nice when you're going up to the front door. Yay! All right, do I want to do the pink, purple, and blue or the pink? Ooh, I think we'll do that one. Yes. Awesome. All right, we're pretty much going to be doing the same thing over here. I'm going to drag these guys over here because we're going to continue to use them. I don't think we need you, but yeah, we're pretty much going to do the same thing, just right here. All right, starting off with the curved one. And I'll fix the terrain paint here in a little bit, but we're just going to go ahead and place these first. So I'm just going to place this all the way across. I'm just sizing them up just for the sake of not having to place 4 of them at once. This helps save this is going to be a very expensive house. So if you're not using money cheats, good luck to you in affording this house. I furnished it to like 80% done, I believe. And it was very expensive. I think it was almost millions. It might have been more. So, very expensive house, but it's very pretty, if I do say so myself. I'm really excited to start furnishing this with you guys. I was having a lot of fun furnishing it. I like to listen to soundtracks, like movie soundtracks and stuff when I'm furnishing. So I was listening to like the Downton Abbey and Pride and Prejudice soundtrack when I was doing this house. So that is the vibe we were going for a little bit. I'm really excited for the new Downton Abbey movie that's going to be coming out. I haven't looked to see when it's coming out, but I am excited. I think it's going to be the last one. I'm sad that they're finishing it, but I don't know. I feel like it's probably good they're not dragging it out too much. But I don't know if anyone watches Downton Abbey. But I like Downton Abbey. It's fun. If you like historical drama and you have not seen Downton Abbey, it starts in the 1910s in England, and it's an aristocratic, I can't say that word. They're a English family, and it starts like right at the beginning. I think it's like right after the Titanic crash. I won't say too much spoilers, but it's a very good series. It can be quite dramatic. Sometimes a little bit too dramatic, perhaps. I don't know, not terribly though. Okay, I think I want to use these ones, not that shape swatch, but I think I want to line this wall. If I can find a swatch that doesn't look too terrible, because I want it to kind of look like the same as this bush. All right, will this not work? Oh, that's more pink than that. Meh. That could work. Oh, but I like the baby pink though. All right, I don't know. That might work. Hold on, how does that work? Do I want to do this? No, maybe not. All right, I'm gonna pause on this idea. We're gonna place these and see how that looks. And if I think it needs a little bit more, we'll add those later. But we're gonna focus on this first. I'm gonna try and push them in and out, kind of zigzagging, to help add some variety, because I feel like if I just place these straight across, that's gonna look kind of boring. So this will help it to look a little different. And I'm gonna try to remember to rotate these every once in a while. Ooh, but I also need to make sure it's not cutting through. Okay. But yeah, Downton Abbey. If you have not seen it and you like historical dramas, I highly recommend it. I believe it is on Netflix. We have Swedish Netflix, and I do remember it was on American Netflix. So there should be several streaming programs that have it if you like historical dramas. I also really like Versailles. That's another historical drama. It obviously is about Versailles. It's about Louis the is he the Louis the Eighth or the Seventh? I don't know. He was called the Sun King. That one's really good, and that's a very fascinating series because I believe they actually filmed some at the actual palace. Not all the times they did have like stages and stuff, but yeah, it's very cool. It's very interesting. I love the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack to me was very interesting. I love movie and show soundtracks. It was kind of like a really interesting mix of like your typical historical drama music, but they had like a techno-y element to it. Very interesting. If you don't want to watch the show, but I would highly recommend you listen to the soundtrack itself. It's very interesting, and I liked it. Um, okay, no, actually, I think I am going to push you in a little bit more. Yes, and then I'm going to do that same deafy plant and put you right about there, I think. Actually, no. I think I want to do the round bush there instead, just to keep it somewhat consistent. So we're going to do the bulbous bush. Kind of snuggle you in there, and maybe we'll zhuzh you in there. Yes. Do I want to size this down? Did I size it down over there? No, I didn't. All right. We're actually going to change the color of this guy. Ooh, not that one. That's very interesting. All right. Who is using this swatch? I want to know. I'm trying to think of how you could use that swatch. Maybe if you wanted to do like a fantasy build, that would be very interesting. Maybe we'll switch it up. We'll do purple over here. Why not? I think I'm going to slide you in there instead. Yes. And then I'm going to do the same thing we did over there, and I'm going to put these daisies in. Let's just like this. And I think we're going to do one more right here. Are you cutting in? No, you're not. Awesome. Okie dokie. Same thing. Yeah, maybe this is not so exciting, but I don't know. I just thought, again, this is my first time live streaming. We're going to see how this goes. Again, it's all good. We're just hanging out. You know, we're just chilling. But I'm trying to think, what's another historical drama? I'm just trying to think of stuff to talk about, to be honest. Oh, the Borgias is very interesting. They're a Italian family. It's about so they were like the Pope. R.I.P. the current Pope. I forget his name. It's really odd that he died on Easter, though. It's very sad. He seemed like a really chill dude. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know a lot about Catholicism or like the current things, but from what I understand, he seemed like he wanted to really unify the church and try to modernize it a little bit. So lots of respect to him, and I hope that he is at peace and his family and everybody is doing okay. Because that's very sad. I believe he died from a stroke. That's very sad. But anyways, yeah, I hope he's okay. But yeah, this is not them. This is a different family, the Borgias. They were quite problematic. I will not say exactly what was wrong because it is not family friendly. But yeah, a lot of these historical dramas, they are rated R. So if you are not of age to watch those things, do not watch these things. But if you like drama, definitely. All these are historical dramas, let's be real. But the Borgia was a very interesting family. And then another one that I really like is Medici the Magnificent, I believe is what the series is called. That's set in the Renaissance time with the Medici family. I hope that's saying it right. But they were really big on Renaissance art. They helped finance a lot of famous artists that we still know and love today. Like Da Vinci, I believe they worked with Da Vinci and whatnot. But even, yeah, the soundtrack for that show is also incredible. So I highly recommend that show also. The set, the costumes, it's all very beautiful. I'm trying to think of what I want to put here. We need something tall here, but I don't want to use the same flower I've been using. How do you look? You're not tall enough, but if I size you up, will you work? That kind of works. I have to make sure it's not cutting into the wall. No, it's not. I think we're going to pull this guy out a little bit. That's the wrong thing, please. You? Yes. I'm gonna pull this one out a little bit. We're gonna change that color in a second. Let's see, what color should we do? Not blue. No, we might change that blue. The blue's kind of not working for me now. We did purple and pink over here. No. We get to purple. I think we might continue the purple, and then I can do the blue and purple there, maybe. All right, we'll roll with this for now. We might change it later. We shall see. But yeah, all right. That's all my historical drama recommendations, I suppose. Oh yeah, I tend to watch a lot of historical dramas. I think they're very fascinating. I like history. It's a lot of fun. History can be very interesting sometimes. All right, so I don't think we're gonna use this. I think I'm okay without having the rosebush wall, but I don't think we're gonna use that in this build. I haven't used it before. I kind of want to build a house for Judith Ward. I've been working on it a little bit here and there. So maybe I will start, maybe that'll be next video, maybe not. I also have this like magical shop that I've been working on that I think is coming out really cute. So maybe we'll do that one next. A little sneaky peeky of what we're going to be doing after we finish this one. But yeah, I think we have probably 2 more videos of this build before it'll be done. But yeah, I do try to have a couple different builds going at any given time, just in case I do get like a bad case of builder's block, so that I don't get messed up and end up not missing videos. I've been doing pretty good about not missing videos. I'm quite proud of myself for that. You know, it is important to give yourself grace, and I don't want to stress about it too much, but I also do want to be consistent, because that you know, I want to get channels. I want to get videos out to you guys, and that also helps me to reach more people, and that's good. All right, now I'm going to go around and just clean up this terrain paint a little bit, because I want to have it curve, and I want to have the dirt come out just a little tiny bit, because otherwise the stone's going to look too clean. I'll get that corner in a second. I didn't forget it, I promise. But yeah, we're just going to round this out just a little bit more, just so it doesn't look too clean. I did think about doing like the little fencing to keep people from walking through our garden beds, but I kind of don't feel like doing it now. We're just gonna leave it like this. Okay, that's pretty good. Yes. All right, I'm just gonna round this eye out a little. Okay, I need to fix this a little more. Yes. All right, I'm just gonna erase that a little bit. Yay! Okay. Cool beans. All right, so we did this. We did that. Ivy. I was totally working on the ivy, and then I got distracted by this. Hello. I love how I was like, let's finish the ivy, and then I totally went on a whole tangent and stopped doing the ivy. Oh my goodness, you guys. Sorry. I got a little goldfish brain sometimes. Haha, that's funny. All right, ivy, and we're back, you guys. We're going to focus on this a little bit. I think I want to have this go up a little more, because that's difficult, because, okay, it's the ivy's going up here. Yes? But I want it to swoop across. That is not touching the wall at all. Hello. Can I click you, please? Thank you. All right, so we need to bring this in a little more, like that. Yes. Yes? Yes. Okay, that's cutting in ever so slightly. I'm ignoring it. And then we can move this guy in a little more. Will you cooperate? No. Yes? How does that look? Maybe. I just need to fill that part in. Maybe if I bring you down. Will you come down for me, please? Alright, I'm just gonna zhuzh it up from here, because hopefully then it will cut through like that. Alright, how do you look from there? No, it needs to come up more. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, if I page up, will you? No, alright, I have to try and guesstimate here where I am. Hello? Thank you. Alright. Alright, we're gonna just try to sneak this up just a little bit more. Sorry, I'm trying not to type too loudly. How does that look? Okay, that's better. I don't want to go too high. It does cut in a little bit. Hopefully that's not annoying for gameplay. We'll have to see. But is this cutting into the wall? Yes or no? No, that looks fine. Yay! Awesome. All right. Next up, I'm just gonna go up and we're just gonna look and see. That window is disappeared. I hate when it does that. All right, I'm thinking, do I want to have it go here? We could a little bit. Just do it like that and I'll just zhuzh it down a little bit. You're not gonna let me zhuzh you down, are you? You're gonna be a little stinker. All right, what about this one? That, okay. Just a little bit. We'll just cut it in just a tiny, tiny little hair. Is that even worth it? No. All right, we're just gonna leave it like that, I think. Cool. Okay, we're gonna leave this here because the flowers are going up that way. Maybe we'll put more ivy on this side. Do I want to put ivy on this corner? Maybe. Or maybe we'll have it go up this wall a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit here. Just a little bit more right here. I think that works. Okay, we're moving on. I'm going to do these garden beds here. Why not? Oh wait, there's something. Yeah, no, okay. I already said it. We're gonna work on these garden beds here. All right, so I'm gonna use some fencing. These are for the fancy flowers. So if I can remember which fencing I used for this. I think I used this one. Yes. Hold on, I'm getting my reference pictures up so I can see which ones I did. Is it these ones? Or no, I think I used the Jungle Adventure ones. Yes, it is this one. Glad I looked it up. All right, so I think I'm gonna do 3. Yeah, so that way it's kind of even. Oh, that's too far in though. Because they need to be able to walk. Oh, I don't think it matters. Okay, no, we're going in. My brain wants it to go in a little more, so we're gonna do that. Just like that. I'm gonna place a room there, so we'll do that in just a second. This one's gonna be longer. I think that works. Yes. All right, so I need to place a round room there so that it'll fit. Oh goodness, the little messages. Sasha appreciates having videos to listen to. Hi, Sasha. Hi, baby girl. All right, it's my kitty for other people that may be watching that don't know who Sasha is. She's my kitty, sweet little girl. I miss her, little nanners. She's such a sweet girl. Aw. I also have Nugget, our co-editor. She's napping in the corner. So she is here with us. She's doing her job. She just, I don't know, she's technically not doing her job. She's supposed to survey and make sure I'm building correctly, I suppose is her job. But yeah, anyways. All right, I'm going to copy and paste this. And I think I want to put a fountain in this round bit here, which will be fun. All right, I am gonna have to fix that dirt in just a second, so we'll do that in a bit. And I think honestly, where it's gonna be very similar to how we did it earlier on the sides of the houses, honestly. Okay, I need to turn up the softness here so we can actually make a difference here. I'm just gonna clean this up. All right, more, please. Here we go. And I'll add more dirt in also. I almost had this perfectly placed. That's funny. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick to purples and pinks. That seems to be our ongoing color scheme. And I think that's fine because it matches with the wisteria and stuff, and I think that'll look pretty. All right, so we have a little bit more that we're gonna be doing. I think we're gonna do these garden beds, and then there's a bit more at the front of the house, I think, and I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be filming Friday's video probably tomorrow. I don't feel like I'm gonna have the energy for filming it today. I'm trying to see what time it is. Oh, it's only been like an hour. Okay. Oh my god, it feels like it's been like 3 hours. The streaming time universe, the time feels better, slower, or faster? Faster when you're live streaming. That's funny. So yeah, I don't want to tire my voice out too much. That's another thing. I don't know. I don't typically talk a lot, so when I do voice a video, it's typically me talking for like 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours straight. It can be quite tiresome, but yeah. It is funny though, because sometimes I'll get like really aware of like, hey, you're just talking to yourself, and I'll be like, what? And it'll throw me off. I don't know if that happens to anybody else that films videos. It's a very funny phenomenon. You become self-conscious and you're like, what am I doing? All right, so I think we are going to use the base game fountain. I kind of want to use the romantic garden one, but how the animation works, I didn't notice this until a little bit ago. The water, it comes out, and I can't place a fountain in here, I think. So I think we're just going to use the base game one just to keep it simple. I think we're going to use this one. It's going to fit, and it should match that stone fine. Actually, I think that's the wrong shade of stone, because I used like a slightly... Ooh, no, not that one. Is that the wrong fountain? Am I completely wrong? Is it this fountain? All right, hold on. We're going to zhuzh over here, because I want to match this stone. That's the objective here. I'm trying to make this all look as similar as possible. Yes, okay. I think we're going to use this one, and then I'm going to have to adjust the color of that stone walls for our garden beds as well. Sorry guys, I forgot my words there for a second. All right, so let's change that wall color to, I think we'll do this one. I think that'll work. Yes, it's so subtle, but you know, it makes a slight difference. My fingers are cramping. Oh no. Ah, that's terrible. It'll be okay. We're gonna soldier through. Yeah. Oh, that still doesn't match, does it? Oh dear. All right, we're sticking to that one for now. I'm gonna ignore it. It's not a perfect match, and that irks me a little bit, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it, you guys. Okay. All right. Oh, I want those from the romantic garden pack. I want to add some little covered areas. I don't think I want to do umbrellas. So there's like these stone things from the romantic garden pack, if I can find it. This guy, yes. Oh, Sasha's taking a nap on her little poof. Oh, sweet girl. We made Nugget a little basket with like, it's like a plastic crate, and then we got this like really fluffy purple blanket. She absolutely loves it, and she's napping on that right now. She's been sleeping so much recently, which is a problem, because then, excuse me, during the nighttime she likes to terrorize Mo, my husband, for people that don't know his name. So that's been fun. He's been really enjoying that. All right, I think I'm gonna place a second one here. They do technically have shade. Okay, maybe we won't, because I feel like that's not gonna work. Unless I move this over there, then that could work. All right. Hello, where'd you go, my friend? Come back. Do I want to put you here? Maybe. We'll leave you for now. All right, do those colors match? They don't match, but can I pretend they do, is the question. So that's the real question. No, oh dear. Okay, we're gonna leave it for now. I don't know. All right, statues. I want you, I think, here. We'll change your color in a minute, and we want this little thinker dude. Yay. All right, yes. And yes. Cool beans. Very pretty. All right, you guys are not even. How do I make you more even? Well, you're cutting into the wall a little bit, so we need to adjust that anyways. Okay, I'm gonna place, yeah, okay, I think that works. Oh, you don't look even at all though. Or I need to think about if I want to fix that. How do I fix this? Oh no. They don't look even. Are they even though? It doesn't look even. Okay, these windows are not even. That's what's happening. All right, we're gonna have to ignore it. Darn it. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I did that to myself because the windows themselves are not even. So that's why it doesn't look even. That's gonna bother me a little bit, but we're gonna ignore it. All right, I need not that, but that, no, that's not. Why is it wood? That's interesting. That's not what I want though. I want the metal trellis thing. I think it's base game actually. So let me see if I can find it. Everyone hold on to something. This might take a little bit. They could not have made this more difficult for us to find stuff in this. That's why people use mods and stuff to make it easier. All right, let's see. Let's scroll all the way to the down. All the way down. It's like a metal trellis thing. I don't think it has a name. If it does have a name, I don't remember it. So there's no point in me trying to remember it. All right, we're getting there. I'm trying to not scroll past it. Because there's like different like wedding arches and stuff, but I don't want to use those. I think it's down a little more. That could, no, it's not tall enough. Just kidding. Let's see. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be quiet. I'm focusing right now. All of the energy is going into finding this darn trellis thing. You're gonna be on the very bottom, aren't you? So mean. Alright, I'm running out of things. Did I miss it? I'm gonna be so mad if I missed it. Watch it be like the very last item. There you are, this thing. Yay! Alright, we're fine. We're solved. Almost the very last thing. Ooh, you just fit on top of that. Okay. Success. We did it. Okie dokie. Alright, I'm gonna zhuzh it out just a little bit. Just like halfway. I don't want it to be too out, but not too in. You get what I mean? Maybe. Alright, same thing with you. I need you to come out just a little bit. Just to like that point. Is that even? Yes. This is not even though. We can bring this statue out just a little bit more. Alright, what's more important? The statues themselves being even or the bases? What's going to bother me more? We have to pick and choose a struggle right now. Alright, I think we're going to pick to ignore. We're just going to stick to it like being like this right now. Alright, I also want to put there's like a little bush covered statue that is there as well. I love the romantic garden stuff. It's very pretty. I do think like when I mentioned earlier, there was like a weird swatch of a bush making like a magical themed house or castle. I want to get the castle estate pack. So definitely once I get that eventually, I don't want to be spending money on packs right now because I still do not have income at the moment. But once we do, I'm going to be starting to set aside little bits of money so I can get more packs so I can build more cool stuff for you guys because that makes it more fun. All right. So I want to use this guy, and we're going to stick it in that corner. Oh, yay, the roses match, too. That's good. Haha, I didn't know it was going to do that. So the roses kind of match the wisteria. That's satisfying. Yay! Okay, that looks pretty good. So now for honestly, these little garden beds are going to be quite similar to how we did it over yonder. Over yonder? Do I want to say that? Maybe. We already said it. So we're going to use a bunch of these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them out so I know they're here. And these. And I also want the bulbous bushes again. I need to turn this filter off first and foremost. And I'm going to use the same of these square thingies again. So we're going to go up and place these. Like so, like that. It kind of reminds me of like clovers. I wonder if that is technically what it is. It's kind of like a clover lawn. Alright, so that's good. We're going to do the same to the others, but I want to focus on we're not going to go back and forth between the garden beds because that can be quite annoying for you guys to watch, so I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll place 3 of these unless I want to size them down, but we're going to place 3 and see how this looks. could work. I don't want to go too tall on this. Like I don't want to put like trees and stuff in this garden. I want to keep it kind of low just because the house is quite tall. So I think we're gonna stick to this. I think this is good. But I am gonna change the color of these. We're sticking to our purple, pink, and blue palette, I think. So I'm honestly just gonna be placing these quite randomly just to help fill in these gaps. And then I'll grab the daisy bush in a little bit and we'll place some of these also. Ooh, that shit's pretty though. Maybe we'll use that to add in some more pink. And I think I'm gonna slice this up. That's too much going on that side though. Ooh, maybe if I tuck it in a little bit. All right, I'm gonna tuck. I think we'll place this guy a little bit more here, maybe. Maybe if once I throw in the daisy bush. Is that the right daisy bush? Is it? No, it's this one. Maybe. We'll try this and see how it goes. But I think this will work. I think we're gonna pull this guy out a little bit more, and maybe I'll place a second one here. And I'll, oops, daisy, I meant to rotate you, not make you larger. That scared me a little bit. We'll put you over here a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn that so quickly. Maybe like that. How does that look? That could work. That could work for now. Okay. Pretty much same thing on the other side. We're gonna do, this guy. Do you want to size this up? No. It could work sized up, but I don't know. I don't know. Why don't we look at the side that we're doing? That might be helpful, right? I might tuck it in a little bit and we'll change the color, and then I'm gonna just drag the same flowers onto this side. I want to make sure it's not the same color as that one though. So that one's that one and that one's that one. Okay, that works good. And you grab more of the dull daisies. I'm just gonna place a couple of them here. Go over here so I can see what I'm doing, and I think we'll place some more of these irises here just to help fill in this space, but I'm going to change the color of this one, I think. Let's see. I hate that they changed the grass color on some of these. That's very annoying. That makes it difficult to be consistent. I think that works. Okay, this will work for now. Maybe we'll do yellow on that one just so it's not too same. And maybe we'll place some more daisies right here. Oop, hello wall. Okay, that works. We'll place one more dull daisy there, and then I think we'll place one more thing of irises here. We'll do the yellow. That helps break up the purple and the pinks a little bit. Oh dear. Oh, I pressed the forward button. That scared me a little bit. I did it again. Okay. I was trying to press T. Okay, I think that works for now. So we're pretty much essentially going to be doing the same exact thing over there. I'll press the button to get rid of those red lines in just a second. I just want to pull these out just a little bit more. And I think that works. Yay! Alright, so same thing here. I'm going to use the curved ones on this because obviously it's a circle. And we're just going to place it hopefully in a way that's not going to do that. So I'm going to hold down the control alt, or the alt button so it will behave for us maybe. And we're going to rotate it a little bit just to fill this in. I'm gonna have to adjust that one a little bit more. I see you. You're not quite at the right angle. All right, one more, I think, and then we should be good. I don't know what flower I want to use for this. We might do the daisies because I need to be able to place it probably just around the fountain. but I don't want it to be taller than the fountain, so we might keep it safe and just fill it in with some daisies and maybe a couple little irises. That might be pretty. We'll try it out and see. All right, that's cutting in too much on that fountain. I'm gonna rotate a couple of these. I've been forgetting to rotate some of the flowers. It's a very small thing, but it does help a little bit with keeping things from looking too same, consistent. So yeah, I think we can try, okay, if I pull the daisies out a little bit more, I think that'll work, and I think that will look pretty. But I am gonna switch this to a pink and white shade, I think. Yes, I think that works. All right, so I'm gonna pull these guys out, and ooh, do I wanna use these two? Ooh, will you rotate a little bit more for me? And then I'll zhuzh you in. I don't want it to cut into the fountain. Sure, yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad I tried that. All right, we'll do that, because that's different than what I originally planned. All right, oops. I didn't mean to copy it, but I guess we can put another one there, maybe. I don't think I want the pink. You could do the purple. I'd make it a little bit different because this has more pink on it. We'll leave this white. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll stick to the pink. All right, yeah, okay. I think maybe we'll stick to the pink. How does this look from the top? All right, this needs to rotate, obviously. Oops. I need to pull the daisy out. I'm sorry, I'm like moving around. I'm trying not to move around. All right, I need to pull these out a little bit more. Nope, not this. Sorry, friend. Oopsie daisy. All right, one more daisy there, and I think that will be good for the fountain. This will work for now. Okay, maybe we'll change that later, but we shall see. All right, last up is this one. And same thing, honestly. This is very self-explanatory, but yeah. All right, we're just gonna fill it in. We might pick out a couple more. I'm looking to see how long this has been going. Hello, where's my timer? It's been an hour? Just about an hour? Yeah, just about an hour. Almost 2, I think. So we'll do a little more decorating. Why not? But let's finish up this garden bed first. So we're gonna do the same. This one's smaller, so I think I might just do 2 of the bulbous bush instead. Yes. And we're doing the same flowers. Just doing a mixture of the daisy bushes with the other fancy guys from the garden kit. Oh, I was doing so well as remembering the pack name too. Romantic Garden stuff. There we go. I'm just gonna place these randomly. I might rotate this one a little bit to help fill in that corner a little bit. And we'll change the colors in just a second, of course. So like that. And we'll make you a little bit bigger, fill it in. How does that look? All right, you're cutting through that concrete though. It's a very strong flower if it can cut through concrete. All right, it's cutting into the bush, but I'm gonna ignore that. All right, we'll change the color now. Not that. We'll leave you that same color. Yeah, that looks fine. And we'll do the purple and blue for that one. Cool. All right, we're gonna have to landscape from up above because this is a lot closer to the house. So we'll do it like this. All right, we'll put you there, and I think we'll do, that's literally what you put right there. Maybe we'll put this here. All right, can I like zoom in and take a peek? Thank you. Okay, I think this will work. Oh dear, I'm sorry guys. Not that color. Oh goodness, not that color. I don't think we want purple leaves. That would look very odd. All right, how does this look? I think that'll be okay. I think one more daisy bush here, perhaps. I think this will work. I'm gonna pull this out a little bit more. Oopsie daisy, not you. I meant to grab you. Okay, yeah, I think this will work. All right, we're gonna go back to our, actually no, there's like a fountain I wanted to put here. I just thought of it, so we're gonna do that really quick. So I need to go to outdoor decor. Oh, biscuits. Is it under, I think it's a live edit item actually. I think it's under the cottage living too. So I gotta find it again. I just want to give them like a little fountain, so if they want to grab water to water the flowers, they can do that. And probably would make more sense to have a hose, but maybe we'll also give them a hose, so if they want to hook up a hose, they can. Oh, maybe we could put this over here too. That'll look pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna grab, I guess I'll just scroll through and find random stuff and grab it as I go. That's normally how I end up decorating. I'm sorry, I'm moving my leg, just in case that sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I am trying very hard to remember not to move, but I gotta move a little bit sometimes. All right, I am looking for that water. Oop, there it is. This guy. I want to put this in the corner. And then I'm gonna try and scoot you up against the building just a little bit more. And then maybe later on I'll find a watering can or something here. Actually, we could just do this. Watering can, if I can find one maybe. Flora Stream watering can. I think this one has a flower in it. All right, I'll find it later. But I will find like a little watering can. I did want to put these on up in our entryway, so since it's right there, I might go ahead and do that. So excuse me while I zoom all the way to the front. We're gonna try and put these on top of this, just so that, you know, they can have some safety, some illumination. All right, so first I'm gonna pull it all the way up. Actually, it's smarter for me to do it like this so I can see when it comes out. And then we'll zhuzh it to be more, ooh, hello, not bigger, my goodness. I think one more up. All right, and then I just want it in the middle. Is that floating? It's floating ever very slow, slightly. I'm willing to ignore that. Okay, and we're just gonna do the same thing with this guy. Just like that. Is that centered? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I think that works. Yay. Okay. I also want to place some, since we're at the front of the gate, I just want to place a little bit of ivy on this wall, side of the wall also. Just to help it look a little less, it looks too clean. Like I want it to look like an old wall. I also wanted to grab some, maybe let's put some mushrooms out here. Maybe, we'll see. All right, I won't delete you. I'll put you over there just so that if I do want it, I can put it there, but I'm not sure about that yet. I kind of changed my mind on that. And the little llama bush is funny, but I don't think I want to use it. No. Why did I think that was going to work? Hello? Okay. Maybe some grass. That works. Hi, Nuggie. That's my cat, sorry. I didn't need to yell in the microphone. Miss Nugget is awake. So sometimes she gets a little rowdy and she'll get angry at me if I'm filming. So hopefully she will be merciful and she will not come over here and cause chaos, because I don't know. Nugget does what she wants. I'm gonna get rid of that mailbox in just a second. I just want to place some of this grass here and there. You know, it's a very small thing. Does anyone else care about this? Probably not. I do. I will know. It's in the details, you guys. Sometimes you just need a little bit of extra roughage to make it look nice and pretty. I'm just gonna place this randomly. I'm kind of focusing it unintentionally where there's like breaks and stuff inside that. I actually want it to be taller there. We'll do it like that, yeah. All right, and then we'll do a little bit more on this corner. I don't want it to cut through though. No, okay. No, I don't like that. Okay, this needs to be tucked in a little bit more. Okay, that's slightly better. We're gonna continue around the back, placing a little bit more. I don't want to place too much. There's a happy middle between too much grass and not enough grass. No, we're not using that one. I thought about it, but no, we're not using it. We'll place you about there. And then I think I want to put some ivy here since we're here. We'll place you right about there. Hopefully you're not cutting through the wall. You are not. Yay. Do I want to place more? Maybe. Yes. Do I want to place a bush here? Yes. I think so. As long as it's not going to cut through that wall, it can stay. It cuts through the wall. I'm sorry, my friend. You must go. Can I just like zhuzh you in? No. It's like right on the... no. I feel like it's going to delete it. Alright. I'm sorry, friend. You gotta go. Will this one work? Oh. I just want a little bush, friend. No. Alright. No bush. That was a very weird to say that. I'm sorry. Okie dokie. We're continuing with the grass. We'll place you here. And we'll place you right about there, I think. And that could work. Maybe. Because it will just go through the wall there. Okay, yeah. I like that. It helps add a little extra foliage. But I can't do it there, honestly. So I guess that's a special case there. I'm going to add a little bit more grass right there. Maybe a little here. We'll rotate it a little bit. Like that. I'm going to pull it out just a little bit more. Honestly, this is something I don't think anyone else is going to care about this. This is why I normally do landscaping off camera, because it's mostly just me being clickety clacking and silence. It's very entertaining. I hope so. I don't know. Is this entertaining? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What do you guys like to do when you're building? What's your favorite thing to do? Is it like the decorating? Is it the landscaping? It's always interesting to see what different people like to do when they're working on stuff. Are those two of the same? Yeah, probably. I can pull this one out a little bit. All right, I think that's too much. Because there's that one there and that one there. Okay, it's staying there. All right, we'll pull this one here. I'll adjust these probably before I film the next video a little bit, but I don't know. I thought it'd be interesting, a little behind the scenes-y stuff for you guys to watch if you're interested in that. I don't know. If people are interested in this, I'll do it again. But I wanted to try and live stream. I was feeling quite nervous when I first started, but I feel fine now. So, yay. My cat's like attacking my poor husband. She gets very aggressively snuggly when she first wakes up from her naps. So he's having to deal with that on his own. Okay, I think that works for now. I think I am gonna add the ivy again right here. I might shrink that down slightly because it kind of, yeah, we'll shrink it down just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna have to go up from the top to make sure it's not going to eat into the wall too much. That's eating to the wall too much. I let go of the button too soon. Yes, yes, it's kind of floating. All right, we're gonna zhuzh you in a little bit more. Pretty please. Okay, I can ignore that. That works. Yes, yes. All right, we're also gonna put it, oops, sorry. I kind of meant to click the button, kind of didn't. We're also gonna put, I think this one will work here, but I'm gonna have to do this again to make sure it's not eating into the wall. There's a happy middle here. All right, how does that look? That's okay. I think I can live with that for now. Maybe. I don't think I want to put one here. All right, we're doing it. I'm getting rid of this mailbox. I am done with you. We're gonna grab a wall one. Hello, can I not grab this? Why can I not grab this? That is so weird. Can I? Hello? Uh-oh. Does this not exist? Why is it doing that? Okay. Apparently this mailbox is immortal. That is so weird. What? Why is it doing that? All right, never mind. All right, hopefully it'll be able to fix it later, but it's gonna stay with us for now. All right, what else do I want to work on? We just have some more outdoorsy stuff to do. We'll place a couple little more bits and bobs here and there. Oh, I forgot the benches actually for over here. But since we're right here, I'm going to grab some sort of little bench. Somewhere for them to sit and chill, I believe. Which one do I want to use though? Let's see. I definitely want to use the romantic garden ones over there, so I'm going to place that there. For the sake of consistency, I could honestly just use the same one. I'm going to use this one. And we're going to place... Oh, hello? Oops, sorry. I lost control of my mouse for a second. We'll place you right about there, I think. There's like this little cart thing, but I honestly don't feel like trying to search for it right now. So I'll probably add it after the... I'll probably add it later. I'm going to change this to a slightly darker color, though. Yeah. All right, that works for now. There was something else I wanted here, but I genuinely don't remember what it was, so I don't feel like looking for it. I'm also going to put 2 of these, one here, and then we're gonna zhuzh on over here and put the same here. So that way, I think this will be very nice. Probably the flowers should smell very nice, and you have like the sound of the fountain. That'd be so nice. Nice springy vibes going on here. I think that looks good. All right, I put a water here, but I also want to put probably a... Oh, we need a water thingy for the horses, so the horses have somewhere to eat and drink. I think we're gonna put it inside of the field itself, though. Okay, this has like a water pump on it, so maybe it makes it more sense to have it against the building, honestly. Oh, that's the hay one. I was like looking at it and I was like, where's the pump? I think this is the dark brown. Is that the dark brown or is this the dark brown? That's the dark brown. All right, we're putting this one up against the wall because there's like a water faucet and that kind of irks me a little bit. And then we'll put the hay is going to be over here. I'll change the color of that in just a second. Or actually, no, that matches that better. I think these colors match. If they don't, I'm sorry. I will, you can comment it if it doesn't match and I will fix it. But okay, that works for now. All right, there's the, I just thought about it, the cars. There's these cars that I wanted. They're both from the cottage living. Thank you. Yes, they're both from the cottage living. And I think they might, I'll pull this out for now. I don't know if we're actually going to use this. I'm just going to pull stuff out. This is what I end up doing. I just end up scrolling and pulling stuff out. Focus, Lexi. Cars. There's, we need like a truck because I want to give them like a horse trailer in case they need to take the horses somewhere. Then they're able to do that. And then there's going to be like a normal everyday car. So this is going to be our normal everyday car. And I'm going to be putting you over here in our little, oh goodness. I even looked up like what it's called, but it's, for the life of me, I cannot remember. I don't think you can, okay. I don't think that's the one I wanted. I think it was a different one. But I also kind of don't remember right now. So we're going to leave that for now. Ooh, I like this one better. Over here. Hold on. Sorry. I'm getting distracted. No, I want that one. Just kidding. Little distracted. Focus, Lexi. Focus. It's this one. Okay. I think I want this one better. It kind of looks like a Land Rover a little bit. Bye. Have a nice doggy walk. Oh, yay. Happy. I hope the weather's nice for you guys. All right, that was my mother. She's saying bye. All right, I am going to put you here, and I think that it's probably they pull, it's quite a tight squeeze, but they probably pull through here when this car's not parked here. Because, I mean, technically it's a bit of a squidge, but this car does fit here, so we're playing pretend. Obviously, the cars are not functional. I did see someone. It's probably just a rumor. I don't think it is true, but apparently there are rumors that The Sims might be adding cars. I haven't actually like looked into it yet. And oh, look, matches better, I think. I think we're gonna go with this shade because that matches that color a little bit better. Cool. But yeah, The Sims might be adding cars. I think that's very exciting. I'm gonna put this bucket right over here. I'm gonna rotate you though. So I'm wondering to see, because I don't think they're gonna, sorry, my husband's getting a phone call, if you can hear that. I don't think they're going to be adding to where it's, where you can like drive around. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. Because I did see on Inzoi, I watched a couple of Inzoi gameplay, and it does seem a little interesting. I don't think I'm gonna get it though. Honestly, I'm so busy with building in Sims and stuff that even just regular Sims for funsies gameplay, I haven't really been doing it. I do eventually want to do gameplay videos, so probably like 100 baby challenge and stuff like that. So if you would be interested in viewing that, you let me know. I was doing a little bit of storyline planning for like a legacy challenge. So I thought of doing, yeah, like a classic rags to riches kind of legacy challenge. Probably starting off with maybe the mother being the first matriarch being like homeless, and probably in the world of what's the one that came with Get Famous, that world, San Myshuno? No, not San Myshuno. I don't remember the name of it right now. Anyway, starting with that world, and then maybe she moved there with absolutely nothing, and she wants to be famous, and she's kind of just like a hopeless dreamer. It's kind of sad, but I don't know why I'm determined for it to be like a sad story. But I think probably like for the first generation, she's like a struggling artist. Like she's only allowed to be like a panhandler, I believe it's called, where she just has her guitar and whatnot. But I don't think she's going to be successful with her dream. But I don't know. That's what I was trying to think. You know, those sort of legacy challenges, I have trouble with. I get bored, honestly. So that is something I want to work on, is not getting so bored so quickly whenever I am doing legacy challenges. I think that doing it for the channel would help me to be more consistent and push me to be more creative with the storyline. So yeah, if you would be interested in me doing that kind of video, I would love to hear from you. And I will start peppering those in. So probably if I were to do that, we would have like one building video a week, and then probably do like one, I'll probably call it a let's play, honestly, one let's play video a week. But that will depend very much on what I think I'm going to be able to do. But yeah, I think I probably will do some more live streaming in the future. I don't know how often, maybe one every other week, something like that. I don't think it's going to be too often, but we shall see. If you guys enjoy this, then I will, of course, make the effort to do it more often. But we shall see. I'm just going around. We're just touching up the terrain paint a little bit here and there. I like using the scratchy particle one for it. I just want to try and rough it up a little bit, you know. The point is that this isn't like an old manor. I know there's like a little sundial I want to put like here-ish. Oops. Okay. I didn't actually mean to click down on that. So let me find that. It's from the Get Together pack, I believe. This just seems like a good kind of spot, honestly. And then we might grab another bench and put that there also. So right about there, and then I'm gonna grab the bench. The same one we used in the gardens, of course. All right, I'm gonna have to change the color of this actually. Will you come in a better color, pretty please? Yes, that works. Okie dokie. All right, on top of these, I want to add some extra flowers here. I tried something. We're gonna see if it works again. I have to remember how to get to it though. These guys. All right, these are from the vampire pack. You're gonna have to bear with me here. I kind of tested it and I remember it working, but sometimes I think something will look good at first and then it ends up not looking so good at the second time. So we're gonna try it. So I'm going to place one of these on each. Hello, where'd you go? Did it like disappear into the abyss? Okay, apparently. I'm gonna move it up one click just so that it's not cutting in so much, but hopefully it won't be noticeably floating. I think that's fine. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and place these on the other side too. But we're gonna focus one by one, I think, and get these done so I'm not going back and forth so much. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna stay over here for a little bit, I promise. All right, next. It's a live edit item. I believe it's from the university pack, so I'm gonna have to scroll and see if I can find it. It's like a stone garden planter, so I'm gonna have to focus here for a second and see if I can find it. I'm going to be placing it on top of the vampire. There you are. Haha. There we go. We're going to place... Ooh, do you come in a different color? No, you don't. Okay, this is... Hopefully this won't be noticeable. We're going to try this and see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe. I'm going to be placing flowers around it to cover the base. But I just want it to look like there's like garden beds here. So we're going to be doing the same on, we're just going to do these two to start with, just in case I don't like it. It's less for me to have to undo. So we're going to start with that, and we'll have to find it again, but that's okay. And then I'm going to grab, not those ones, this guy. All right, hopefully this will work with me here, please, pretty please. Let us pray to the sim gods that this won't glitch out and freak out for me. Like that height? That height I think will work. How does that look? Okay. You can still kind of see the box, but it's not super noticeable. All right, we're gonna do one and see how this looks, but I think this will work. All right, so we're gonna go up and hopefully make this be even. Is that even? Maybe. And then I'm gonna do the same on each of the sides. So go up with our little Control and 9 key. And then we're gonna have to try and find a flower to go on top of this. Probably gonna use the daisies or something like that. Maybe we'll do a little pop of color. We'll see. We'll think of something when that comes to that. But first we have to see how this looks first. I think that works. I don't know. Is anyone here? Does anyone care to tell me what they think? I don't know. Okay, I do not hate it. I think that's a vibe. It could be a vibe. All right, we're gonna try it out and see. I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other ones, and that gives me time to brainstorm what center flower I think will work there. But I think this will work. So a little life hack for you. Life hack? Building hack? I don't know. Little fancy flower beds for our little, I think, oh goodness, what did I decide I thought this was called? A veranda? I think a veranda's covered though. There's so many different terms and stuff for different architectural things. I'm trying to learn them so that I can sound more coherent in my videos, but I also forget them just as easily. All right, this guy needs to go up more, I think. Nope, too high. Right about there. Yes, okay, I think that's good. And then one more here. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm silent. I'm trying to focus a little bit. Please? Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Okay, what flower should we do on top of here? We could do the roses. My brain immediately went to the roses. We could also do like something like this because I wanted the I wanted to have, oops, sorry, I hit the table. I wanted to have some flowers going down, just why I use these little window baskets. So I want something not too tall, and I want something roundish, I think. How would this look? All right, it needs to be a, I don't hate that, but I also am not in love with it. Obviously not that color. All right, I think that's too floofy. Maybe something a little bit, well, this is obviously too big, but maybe a little bit flatter on the bottom. That could work. Maybe. No, not the blue, not the white, not the yellow. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh, no, I don't think that works. The idea is there. It works in theory, but I don't think it works quite in practice. Okay, we're gonna try something else. Close, but not quite. All right, here's where I was like, all right, we could do the roses. No, that's too tiny. And yeah, I feel like if we size this up, nope, that's way too big. All right, that's not gonna work. But did I just pop you in there? Okay. I was just making sure I didn't have the roses sitting there. Oh, darn. What can we use? Could do the daisies or this guy. Ooh, okay. Does this come in? The white's kind of basic, but if we find like a softer color, we could do the purple. I don't think this will work. So far, this one was the best-ish one that I liked so far. So maybe this will be a happy middle. All right, we're gonna try this guy and see. Oh, the greens are different. That bothers me. All right, I could also try. I don't know. Is there anybody? Does anyone have any suggestions? We could try like a bush, like a round bush, or that could. That's very purple, but is it a good? Okay, that doesn't come in any different colors. We could do a fern. No. I don't know, you guys. What should we do? Okay, I kind of don't hate this. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I kind of don't absolutely hate it. No, it's kind of too purple. There's too much purple. All right, we might. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being so particular with this right now. Does this come in different colors? Yes. White. Could that work? All right, we might just leave it with this for now. All right, yeah, we might leave it like this for now. Maybe in the next video this will be different, but for now we're just gonna leave it like this because I don't want to spend too much time on this, honestly. All right, what about this? No. All right, focus. Nope, we made a decision. Okay, we're sticking with that. It's not perfect, but it's gonna have to work for now because I don't want to spend too much time focusing on just that thing. Okie dokie. All right, we need to. We're just gonna do the same thing on here. So we're going to go to Discovery University, scrolly down, and grab that same garden bed again. I'm gonna go ahead and grab two, just so I don't have to forget and grab another one. All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do on here before we click off once I'm done with these. I don't know. There's just like, I was thinking about placing maybe some benches up here, but we shall see. All right, we're gonna do up this way. Like so, like that. We're just doing the same thing, honestly. You can just see what I'm doing. But I also don't want to be silent, so I'm trying to think of something else to talk about. I don't know. I'm already second guessing those flowers again, but I also don't. I want to leave it. I also want to think, I thought about putting some garden beds out on this thing, but I don't think that would work. Because I think they would want to keep, like, this is like the grand entrance to the house. It's a very big porch area, so maybe we can definitely do some tables and chairs. I got an itchy nose. I gotta itch that real quick. But yeah, we could probably do some tables and chairs if I can find something that looks a little bit nicer. Maybe the ones from the get together pack. Those might work, but we shall get to that when we get to that. But I need to finish this first, and then I'll have to go and grab those same flowers that we put over there. I'm sorry I whipped that camera around quickly. I told myself not to do it, and then I totally did it again. All right, it's got like 3 more to go. I don't know, this doesn't look bad. I'll definitely try this again. I might tinker with this later. I'm not entirely certain if that flower I ended up going with is the right flower, but we will roll with it for now. All right, that looks okay, except for this one. This one looks slightly not centered. So I'm gonna bring this one out a little bit more. Okay, that looks better. All right, I'm just gonna zip over here and just grab it like this. I don't know, this works for now. Ooh, I could also just put the light on here. That light. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's try it. Why not? All right, we're gonna try it. I'm just gonna put this here for now, and we'll go and grab that light and see. Maybe, because it'll kind of cover that little garden bed part, but we'll see how it looks. If it doesn't look cute, it's fine, but it's just an idea, because I don't know how much light they actually give off. But it might look cute. We could also do like I saw a light, so I was looking to see if I can find it. Okay, we'll look elsewhere, because we have like these, but that's not gonna work. Where are you? It wasn't like all the way down. It was like middle-ish down, I think. Maybe. They really said we're gonna make this as difficult as possible for people to access this. There you are. All right, let's try this and see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least we tried it. Okay, that doesn't not... No, I don't like it. Okay, we tried it at least. All right, no, we're just sticking to this. I kind of don't like it, so we're not going to do it. All right, this works for now. The flowers don't quite match, but it'll work for now. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do, maybe, hopefully, sort of. All right, we're gonna pick out some more benches, and maybe some patio stuff. All right, I am gonna put a different mailbox there though, and then hopefully later on it'll let me delete that mailbox, because for whatever reason it wasn't letting me do it earlier. I don't want that one. Where's the other one? Am I crazy? Or we could use this one. Maybe we'll use this one. I'll have to put it outside the gate, of course, but I also kind of wanted this one. Where would it make sense for the mailbox to be? I'm trying to think. Because yes, this is the front door, but I feel like maybe it would make more sense for it to be over by our little covered car area. Oh, I wish the green didn't have that funky little face on it. All right, maybe we'll do the brown because it blends into the building a little bit more. This stone is different. I don't know if I want to do this one actually. All right, we're gonna stick to that the little box there for now. I'm just gonna center it. No, actually, we're gonna leave it there. This will work for now. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okie dokie. Let's do. I definitely want more furniture. I'm trying to see how long this has been going. Almost 2 hours. That's not too bad. All right, do I want to use this? Or I said I was considering if I want to have some seat. Oh, that one's pretty. Ooh, that could be different. I don't know. It's kind of they also have these guys. All right, we're just gonna pull out some options here. I also kind of like this guy. That was what I was thinking, was of doing the get-together ones. I don't think I want umbrellas though. I don't think this is, I think the umbrella will kind of ruin the vibe a little bit. We could also put some potted plants. It's just this is such a large space that I kind of want to help cover some of it to make it look a little bit more lived in up here. So let's try these. Okay, if I wanted to put potted plants, I could probably put one here and one here. I don't want to put them too close to these guys because that's going to be too much. I said potted plant. There we go. It's these guys. Okay, yeah, this is literally what I was thinking of. I was like, maybe we could do like one of these dudes. I think this one might be too tall, but I'm going to pull it out just in... Ooh. I wonder. Hold on. Brain idea. Would this, if I size this down, would this work? Maybe. Maybe. That could work. I kind of like it. I don't know if there's anybody actively watching right now. I could use an opinion. Darn it. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Maybe if I switch the color. Okay, let's see what other colors it has in here. Because, yeah, there are different colors. Okay, these yellow flowers kind of go with those flowers, though. Okay. We're going to try it. It kind of works. I don't hate that. Okay, the green's kind of different, but I could kind of ignore it. If I squint, I can ignore it. All right, I think we'll go with that guy. I also quite like that, but that's, I don't know why I clicked on that. That's not going to work for anything right now. I like this. Okay, we're going forward with this. Yay, I am glad we looked. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of snooping around to find other stuff. All right, so we're going to switch these out really quick. All right, if I didn't size this down, how would it look? That's way too big. Yeah, that's not gonna work. All right, we didn't know until we tried it. And then we're gonna do, sorry, I whipped it around too much. We're gonna do one more right here. Yay! Oops, I didn't click. Hee. Okay, that can stay for now. All right, now I'm already second guessing it, but that can stay for right now. And my fingies, my little fingies are cramping. It'll be okay. All right, let's see. If these come in, yes, a better color, they can stay. Cool beans. I'm not sure what height I want to use yet. This feels too short. I'm thinking about placing it right about here. Okay, if I were to size you up, I said, that's very big. That's too big. All right, so that might roll you out. I think that's too big. That looks a little ridiculous. All right, so maybe we'll compromise and we'll size you back down and we'll do 2 of these maybe. We'll see. That could work, maybe. I'm gonna rotate you so you're not so similar. That could work, maybe. All right, I don't know if I'm feeling these guys. I think we're just gonna stick to putting maybe 2 of these tables, just because it will be nice to have somewhere to sit outside and enjoy some sun. But I don't want it to look, we don't want it to look like a cafe or something. That'd be odd. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. Teehee. Did that snap on? No. Why aren't you snapping on? Oh, you only want to go that way. Okay, fine. There you go. I think this will work. Maybe. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I don't think I want these guys. And do I want to put like a little bench guy here? Maybe. We'll see. If I put one here, will that look weird? Maybe a little bit. My kitty's being mischievous. Alright, I was also thinking of putting a fountain here, but I feel like we're starting to get to the point where it's going to be too much. We can try it, but I already am thinking that it's going to be a little bit too much. Hi, Miss Nugget. Oh my goodness. Hi, baby bean. Alright, that one's obviously too big. This one is the same one we used earlier. That one's too big. Alright, we might, either we use this one or no fountain. Is it odd to have a fountain at the front? I don't think so. It could be fancy. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm trying to look from like up against the wall. How does this look like perspective wise? I think that can stay for now. All right, we're gonna leave that for now. Let's see. What else do I feel like working on? We could do the wall lights. So let me look at those. I already have one in mind. I use it quite a lot. Okay, I thought about using this one, but I think it might be too flat. But we can take a look. No, I don't like that one. I also need to zoom the camera in so you guys can see what I'm doing. I always have a bad habit of doing that. I'll end up just like squinting from a distance, being like, oh yes, that totally looks bad, or that totally looks good. All right, we might go with my old faithful, the photo pollution lamp from the Get Together pack. And I'm gonna zoom us in, so we don't have to squint from the distance. All right, the doors are kind of that brassy gold color, so I think we're gonna meet in the middle and do that. All right, I'm gonna place one there so that I know that the height's gonna be the same, but I do want to line it up with that square there. So let me explain myself before I do that. This is like the only way I can get lights to be even when I'm trying to do this. Well, even-ish. All right, I think that's even. I think that's even. Okay, hopefully that's even. All right, and then we're gonna place this other one the same way. Yay. I didn't even look to see if that was even down here. Oh dear. It's so close to being even. Oh goodness. All right. Okay, it was just ever so slightly off. I don't think anyone else would have cared or noticed, but I would have. Yeah. Cool. Okay. For in here, I don't know. There. Okay, we're gonna see if we can zhuzh one in here. Oops, that's wrong. I didn't mean to click the wall. I meant to click this. Let's see if we can zhuzh one. Okay, yeah, that fits in there quite perfectly. All right. I thought about putting in a ceiling light, but I feel like that's gonna run into the wall, so I do not want to do that. But I think this will work beautifully. All right. Next, we are also gonna be placing them. Honestly, I think that works okay. We're gonna roll with that for now. All right, and we're also gonna place you like that. Hell, why are you here? Did I want anything with you? Maybe. I think we're gonna tuck you in. I don't remember where I wanted to place this, but I don't want to delete it just in case I do remember. So we're just gonna leave you there for now. I don't remember what door I wanted to put here, but I do want to put lights here, so I'm gonna put that there. Oh my goodness. All right, my kitty just used the litter box. So she now has the zoomies. So, oh goodness. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys. She's gonna be running all over the place. Are you okay, baby? Oh yeah. Sorry guys, she has the zooms now. It's very serious time for kitties. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm trying to think. All right, we maybe will end it here. My throat's starting to get tired, so we might end it here. I'm just looking around, seeing if there's anything. Oh my goodness, yeah. We might end here. What a way to end this stream. All right, you guys.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
No, thank you, Siri. All right, everything's going wrong now. All right, you guys, this is it. I am ending the stream. To everybody that watched, thank you so much for watching. I might work on things a little bit more before our next video, but thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I already said that a couple times. All that good stuff. I will see you guys on Friday. We are going to be starting to furnish the interior. We are probably going to get the first floor, and I don't know if we're going to get to the stables, but we shall see. But yeah, my cat's like losing her mind, so I'm going to go and comfort her. But bye, guys. Have a nice day.